Happy Monday, my gritty Vikings. It is April 20th, and what do we got to do? We've got a whole week of learning coming up with a nice little surprise. Let's see. First of all, lunches. Don't forget that lunches are today through Thursday. No more lunches on Fridays. And speaking of lunches and all the rest, if you have not picked up your week 2 packet, I'm talking to you, Emilio, Alejandro, Aubrey, Amari, Nancy, and Jasmine. Uh, expect a phone call, expect something from me this week. You need to get your packets. You need to make that effort. If you're stuck, you can't, something like that, let me know. Message me through Dojo, message me through Google Classroom. Send me an email. Remember, I'm rimmerT@bcsd.com. Do what you need to do. If you need me to pick up a packet on Tuesday when I'm there and drop it off on your doorstep, I'll do that. But you need to keep up with your learning. All right, so there's that list. The other exciting news is that we can do Zoom again. Yay! So on Wednesdays, we're going to do Zoom at 9 o'clock. The Tuesday, Thursday, too much. So we're going to do it on Wednesdays at 9. I will send you the information by Tuesday evening. So you'll have it in Google Classroom and on Dojo. Everybody is linked to Google Classroom. I'm not putting it on YouTube because that's not going to happen. The other thing I want to tell you is, like, going through the packet there after the first week, there's a whole day of art projects. I'm going to make that a separate video like I do with the read aloud. That way there, I'll walk you through the steps. It's kind of a cool art project. It's observing plants and stuff in nature, and I'll show you some different ways that we can do it. So I hope you'll tune into that. All right, with that said, it's time for day 5. All right, so here we are on day 5 of the packet. For reading and writing, go ahead and keep your independent reading going. Read a book or article of your choice. Remember, that could include listening to Sea of Monsters. You should have something to read, epic, whatever. Don't forget to keep up with those AR points. Revise and edit and complete the final draft of your explanatory article. So the article that we worked on last week, it's time to let it shine and let it go. Trying to see if I can get some light on the situation here. Oh, let's try that. Okay, a little bit more light. So, day 5, math. Students will complete a task, procedural practice, challenge page, and fluency page. So let's go to the first task. Evaluate the following numerical expressions. It says, watch out for parentheses. Now, this should be written like this. And what that means is that you've got parentheses within parentheses. And just use order of operations. Don't forget, we have to do parentheses, exponents, multiply and divide, going straight across, and add and subtract. So I see that I'm going to have to multiply here, but I got to take care of everything that's inside of here first. Well, inside of here, I've got to start with that. So I'm going to rewrite. 3 times 2 is 6. Now I'm just going to add everything that's in the parentheses. 11 and 4 is 15. And that gives me 30. This one is also, I'm going to go ahead and write these out so you understand how to do these. So basically, you've got to figure out that, multiply them together, and then multiply them by 2. And this one, you are going to do this, multiply it times this, add it to this, multiply it by that. Can the parentheses in any of these expressions be removed without changing the value of the expression? Ah, I see what they mean. Notice that it's the same numbers, but we group them differently. So can the parentheses be removed without changing the value? No. If I take the parentheses out, it's going to change what I do first, and what I do first determines how this goes. So, simple answer, no. Directions: solve and graph the solution. X plus 3 equals 10. I ran out of room. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So some number plus 3 is 10. Well, if I start from 10 and I subtract 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, look, the answer is 7. X times some number is 32. Well, this is not really a great thing. 8 times some number is 32. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4. Try your best on this. I'm not crazy about having to do it this way, but we can do it. And then, using those parentheses, graph the solution. Write 5 numbers that are not a solution. How do you know your answer is correct? Use any strategy. Well, my strategy is going to be so 2 times 4x is less than 4. Why 4x, Miss Rimmer? Well, I have an x and an x, so I'm going to add those two together. So 2 times 4x is 8x is less than 4. So 5 numbers. So 8 times something that's less than 4. You want not a solution. Well, x can't be seriously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You choose. It's not that big of a deal. So just go ahead with that. Graph it. Well, you're going to have 4 and your number has to be less than. And that's going to be an open, so it's going to be one of those things. And how do you know your answer is correct? Show a substitution. Like if I say it can't be 2. Why? Because 8 times 2 less than 4, 16 is not less than 4. Something like that. So that's it. And this is the art that we are going to do on a separate video. So be watching for that. I'm going to go see, they want you to have a pencil, paper, colored pencils or crayons or watercolors. This week you'll be using watercolors or colored pencils to design different flowers based off Georgia O'Keeffe style of art. So examine a flower. Go outside in your yard and find a flower. Well, we'll just go find some flowers and go from there. And as far as Georgia O'Keeffe, I will try to do a small slideshow, and maybe I'll just do a slideshow and just put it on Google Classroom that way. So anyways, that's it for Monday. It's kind of an easy day, but you do have to do that writing. So get the writing done, and I will see you Wednesday on Zoom. Maybe I'll see you Tuesday on the lunch line. You know I'm there with my crew. And stay gritty. Peace out.